eyes on you, got stuck, you a bad little vibe in the show. Take my time, nothing like your last few guys got fans, so you had to go. You can't keep these niggas out your life, you need to call on me.
Hi gorgeous, it's your girl Dashka and welcome back to my channel. Tonight we're doing a sultry, sexy black smoky eye look. I love a black smoky winged out eye, a dramatic lash. This is how you know we're about to have a good night. If you guys are interested in this look, I tell you guys step by step of how I get this finished product. And don't worry, it's not too complicated. I promise you can do it on your own. Comment down below what you think of the finished product. If you guys are interested, throughout this video, I tell you step by step of how to get this look. It's giving everything and more. So if you guys are interested in this look, just keep on watching. I tell you exactly how to get here. I tell you how we can twin. So if you try this makeout look, I love to see it. Make sure you tag me on Instagram at Dach the Model. Try out this makeup look. Let me know what you think, and thank you so much for watching this video.
Hello YouTube. This girl is crazy.
We're first gonna go in with the secret sauce, which is milk of magnesium. This helps my makeup last all night. If you know, you know. If you don't, get hit. A little bit in the top using my pencil brush like this. I love this brush. For this step, I'm gonna get a little bit of that, dab it up on my hand like this, and I'm gonna just put it into my T-zone. I have super oily skin, and growing up, I've tried so many different things, so many different primers, tricks. I used to set my face with powder before putting makeup on, because Jackie Aina, if you know Jackie, she did that. I tried everything, and this so far has been my favorite hack trick that I like to do. Just make sure you do your whole skincare routine before this. So make sure you moisturize your face, you have a clean base, you clean it, you moisturize it, everything before you put milk and magnesium on. And then if you have dry skin, girl, I don't know what to tell you. Try it with your own risk. I'm not sure how this works with dry skin, because this does dry my oily T-zone a little bit to make it so my makeup lasts all day. So if you start with dry skin, I'm not exactly sure how it's going to react with your skin, but try it, let me know. I've used it for years, and it's never broken me out. It's always been safe on my skin. Just make sure it's dry all the way before you put on any concealers or foundations or anything like that on top. While that dries, I'm going to go ahead and carve out my eyebrows, and I'm going in with the LA Pro Concealer in the color Toast. I'm going to take a small brush like this, and it's flat. It's a flat brush on both sides, and it's really going to be good for being precise on my eyebrows. What I'm doing here is going ahead and creating that arch with my eyebrow and cleaning up any mistakes or imperfections that I had made with the eyebrow pencil. I'm going to go ahead and do that on the top and the bottom of my eyebrow to really get that flawless shape that I go for. When I'm going out, I like to have really sharp and precise lines and shapes on my face, as you could call it. And you'll see what I mean when I go in with my eyeshadow. I'm gonna go ahead and take this concealer down on my eyelid, and I'm gonna use this as an eyelid primer, especially with going out. And if I'm using a lot of color on my lid, I like to prep the lid and set that as well to make sure that the color I put on top does last all night. Especially when I'm dancing and stuff, people don't think about your eyelids. Your eyelids definitely sweat, you know what I mean? So when you start sweating on your eyelids, that color, whatever color you choose to use, has a more of a likely chance of sliding around. The eyebrows are giving very much, the whole face is giving very much trust the process. But I'm gonna need you to just sit back, drink a little water, sip a little tea, and trust the process, okay? Because your girl has never let you down when it comes to makeup. I do this. With the same concealer that I use to shape out my eyebrows, I like to do what I call a pre-conceal. And this is really just covering up any discolorations or imperfections that I have on my skin with my lighter concealer before putting that foundation on. And this really minimizes the amount of foundation that I use. I use just 1 pump of foundation after this, and I use the foundation on the areas that I really don't focus as much the concealer on. So the concealer I'm going to put under my eyes, around my lips, because I have some discoloration there. And then I went ahead and blended the concealer that I have put on my eyebrows a little bit and up into my forehead. With my concealer blending brush, I'm going to go ahead and tap that color into my skin. So when I say blend with makeup, I'm not really blending like you would think, or going up and down like you're painting. You're really tapping the color into the skin. And in my opinion, arguably the most important part or step when doing your makeup is blending. It's important on every single step that you do, whether it's your concealer, your eyebrows, your foundation, your eyeshadow. It's very, very important to make sure that whatever that you're using is blended into your skin to give you guys that seamless, flawless base. I'm going to continue to blend this in, tapping under my under eyes. Want to be careful under your under eyes too, because this is really sensitive skin. Obviously, I don't know the secret of getting rid of my eye bags. I think all these girlies out here just get filler. I might have to do that under my eyes because I cannot get rid of these bags. But pre-concealing does help a lot, and then concealing with a lighter color on top of your foundation is what I have learned to best get rid of my eye bags with makeup. And it seems to work pretty well. And then just making sure, of course, to set all that on top. Alright, this concealer is such a pretty color. It blends really seamlessly into my skin. I'm gonna go ahead and just blend that into my nose a little bit. Look how seamless that already looks on my face. And then you could tell I'll just need minimal foundation after this. For foundation, my tried and true, the Too Faced Born This Way. I'm almost out. I'm gonna need another bottle soon. I use the color Spice Rum, and like I said before, I just go with 1.5 pumps of that. And then again, I'm gonna go in with my MAC Fix Plus. I literally swear by spraying your face between every step. So I'm gonna go in with my foundation brush, and it's gonna be a flat brush that goes up a little bit at an angle there. I'm gonna dip into that foundation, tapping off the excess like this, because I don't want to go with too much in on one part of my face. And then I'm gonna go in kind of focusing on the outskirts of my face, because like I said before, we had gone ahead and put that concealer sort of in the middle of our face. And that did most of the job for us here. So now we're gonna focus really on the outside of our face, blending that foundation into our skin and into that concealer that we had previously put. Ladies, careful on that hairline. I don't like to get too close to my hair here, especially with the foundation, because when I put powder bronzer on top, it's really going to help me blend in that extra space. But I really just don't like to get too close to my hairline because I don't like to get foundation in my hairline. So pro tip there, just be careful around there. Going in again on the other side of my face here. Like I said, in the tapping motion, we're not streaking our face when we're blending. We're really tapping, and that helps us get that seamless look. Always bend down to your neck, ladies, because you do not want to be a floating head. I'll tell you that, especially at least where I go, we be taking pictures of the flash. So the last thing we need is a floating head around here. And then I'm going to go in with the brush with no extra foundation on it. And I'm just going to go into the areas where I put the concealer just on the edge of that area and blend the foundation and the concealer seamlessly together. I'm going to go back in with that concealer, and with this step I'm going to really create that cat eye effect that I like to make. And to do that, I'm going to put a little bit of concealer on the brush and paint that line upward into the shape that I want my eye kind of to look. And we're gonna do that on both sides, trying to keep those wings as even as possible, because I want both sides of my eyes to look the same, obviously. And then I'm gonna pre-contour my nose, and to do that I'm just gonna conceal on one side of my nose, blending that color in a little bit under my eyes to block those under eye bags. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Directly under my cheekbones, I'm also going to go in with that concealer and create a line here, and this also helps me pre-contour my face and chisels out my cheekbones a little bit extra. And that is the first step of my concealer complete. Now I'm going to go in with the Juvia's Place concealer in the color 12, and I'm going to add a little bit extra lightness of this concealer under my eye. Ooh, in my eye. In my eye. I'm going to go in with the same brush I had before and blend those concealers together. I really love this concealer, and blending these two colors in just is chef's kiss. I love it so much. Next we're going to go in with some bronzer, and this one is from Merit. I'm not sure what shade it is because it rubbed off, but this is a dark chocolate brown shade. It's a little bit darker than my skin tone, but it's not super dark, and I do like to use warm bronzer and contour shades. So this one's pretty warm, and I just like to focus it on the hollows of my cheekbones. And I'm going to go in with a dense blending brush like this. It's kind of like my foundation brush, but it has a sharper angle and it's a little bit more dense. And I'm going to use that to pat and really keep this color right where I put it. So I'm not going to blend this under that line of concealer I created and not too much above it. So I'm going to really focus on patting this and pushing it into the spot that it's already in. And while I do that, I'm just going in an up and down motion and keeping the color exactly where it is. As I get a little extra on my brush, I'm gonna just push it up to this part of my face to create that bronze look over my whole entire face. And mind you, it does look a little sharp right now, but we are going to set my whole entire face. So this color is going to go a little bit more faded out. It's not going to be super sharp on your face after you blend that whole thing. The last step before we set our whole face is going to be liquid blush. And I'm going to use this one by e.l.f. This is the Putty blush. And I love the deep shade of this blush. I am a deep blush girl. I'm not a super pink blush girl. I'm going to go ahead and coat that handsomely with my flat top brush like this. And I'm going to dab off the excess. I'm going to pinch this a little bit and really focus it above the color that I put the liquid contour in. Just like I didn't pass this line when creating the bronzer, I'm not going to pass this line with the brush. And I'm going to keep it in the same direction that this brush is going. Tap that going in the up and down motion as I was before, to really get that color payoff and to keep it where it is. It's time to set my whole face, and I'm going to do that with the Airspun powder. Damn, all that and I barely got any out. I'm going to go ahead and set my under eyes with a fluffy brush like this one on that line on my nose that I created with concealer. This kind of helps pre-contour my nose, so I really don't have to do much with my nose contour because we're doing it with the concealer and the powder. I'm going to keep tapping this into my under eyes, as you guys know, to really set the under eyes and help with the under eye bags. Following the shape we originally created with the concealer under my eye to continue that snatched cat eye effect. And this is what you should look like. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're being gentle with this because we don't want to disturb the makeup that's under it. We kind of just wanted to lock in place the makeup that's under it. We're going to go in with a fluffy pad like this once we finish the under eyes, tap off the extra, and then pat that powder into our skin. And this is really going to lock in our makeup for the whole night. This is the key to have your makeup lasting all girls' night. Keeping that same patting motion into our face. And as you can see, when we're pat in the powder under our eyes, it really does soak that in and blend that into our face. And that's going to keep our under eye set. Look at that smooth, buttery look once it's all blended on this side. And as you can see, the bronzer is not as sharp and prominent on this side that is on this side, so it's safe to go in with a bronzer on top and then a powder blush as well. And I'm gonna do the same exact thing, girl, on the other side.
You won't get away, I book a flight and got time to waste. You either his or mine. You said the same shit, I done heard that line. Playing games with a nigga fail every time. I was a fool for your love, I ain't gotta lie. Oh my god, laid eyes on you, got stuck. You a bad little vibe in the show. Take my time, nothing like your last few guys got fan.
Let's go ahead and finish our faces with some bronzer and some blush. So first, we're gonna go with a fluffy brush like this, coat both of them very handsomely and evenly, tap off the excess, and really follow that line that we originally created with our liquid contour. And we're just going to follow that line right there. Continue a little bit in our hairline here, that we can be a little bit less careful around our hairline because powder is a lot lighter and easier to blend than the liquid is. Blend it up into my eyebrow. It really creates a seamless look. And then I'm gonna use this as the first layer of my eye look. I'm just gonna place this all over my lid. And I'm gonna follow the natural shape of my eye and continue to fleek it up into this area to continue that cat eye winged out look. I'm going in with a light hand on this, and I like to start with a little bit of product and add a product to it. You can always add, but you can never take away, at least easily. So I like to do light layers of this to start creating the shape that I want my eye makeup to be. The last part of our base, we're going to go with a blush, and this is the blush quad that I got from the beauty supply. As you guys know, I love a deep color, so I'm going to go in with a deep color here, kind of mix these two, and then I do use this one to mute it out a little bit, so I do use a mix of those three colors in that corner. I'm going to go in with a little blush brush, another fluffy brush here. Damn near going to use everything. I like to tap off the excess here, and then follow that same shape that I use with my liquid blush. We're going to go with a very light hand here because this color does have a lot of payoff. And if you ever do use too much blush, just go in with that brush that you use for your foundation and lightly tap it over. Don't add any more foundation, but just lightly tap it over, and that does help blend in your powders just a little bit. Pro trick. We're going to go back into this palette and we're going to use the deeper shade and just start deepening the eye look that we started. And to do that, I'm going to stick right where my crease is and go back and forth with this darker brown color And this is just going to deepen my crease a little bit. I'm going to go in with this black smoky eye, and I'm going to do my black smoky eye with a little bit of a twist to go with my outfit for tonight. I like to add some dimension to my eye so it doesn't just seem all one color, all one shade, to really add some interest and dimension to my eye. And then lightly fleek that out a little. With a little bit of a smaller brush, I'm gonna go in with that dark shade again, and then go in into my under eye to kind of create that 360 color look. I like to do this with a couple of the colors that I use on the top of my lid, so that's why I'm first going in with the brown. Going with my Morphe Dare to Create palette, that's also very loved. And into this brownish, reddish, orangish looking shade. I like to use this as a transition color between my lid and then where the black is going to be when I put it on. So that transition is not too harsh and not too dark. Of course, fleeking it out like every other color. We're going to fleek every color out, so you could just assume we're going to do that. Like I said, if we put it on the top, we're going to put it on the bottom. So we're going to go in back with another small fluffy brush and do the same thing lightly on the bottom. Keeping that as close to the eyelash line as you can, because the more you spread it down, the more it's gonna look like you got hit in the eye with you have a black eye. So we want to keep that as close as we can to the lash line. And then for the fun part, we're gonna go in with the black. I know black can be tricky and intimidating to use on your lids for a lot of people, but my trick with black is less is more, and you can always add, but you cannot take away very easily. So what I'm going to do first is, because I want to create like a winged out eye, I'm going to go in with a winged out brush and just coat that very friendly with some black. And then I'm going to start close to my eyelash line. And because I mentioned I don't have a lot of lid space, I like to start just on my eyelash line and kind of bring that color up slowly just to see how much I have to work with. So you can see I'm slowly bringing it up. And I'm just tapping that color in. And because I'm using a angled brush, it's easy to get in that inner corner, close to the inner corner, making the whole lid black. It's kind of like creating a very thick wing liner. That's what I'm kind of doing, if you could think about that with the color. And I'm just going to cover my whole eyelid space. And now I'm going to go in with a clean brush and just blend out the edges of that black so it doesn't look so harsh. And basically I'm going to go back and forth with these two steps until I get the desired look I want. Just adding a little black and blending it out. Adding a little black, blending it out. And like I said, you want to take your time with black, because less is definitely more. I'm going to add a little bit of color right at the top of where I ended it last time. And then go back in with my clean brush.
Ooh, yeah. Oh my God, laid eyes on you, got stuck, you a bad little vibe in the show. Take my time, nothing like your last few guys got fans, so you had to go. You can't keep these fuck niggas out your life. You need to call on me. He ain't doing like you said. Why you spending nights in the bed alone, baby? Oh my God, laid eyes on you, got stuck, you a bad little vibe in the show. Take my time, nothing like your last few guys got fans, so you had to go. You can't keep these fuck niggas out your life.
With the auto eyeliner, I'm then going to go in and do my waterline and add the darkness back into the bottom of my eye. And I get as close to the waterline as I can get here. Back in with the original angled brush that we're using. Using the black that's already on the brush. Add a little bit extra if you want, but typically don't need it. Just going to go in and blend the eyeliner we just put in out to create that kind of 360 eye we were talking about. With my liquid eyeliner, I went ahead and added that little inner corner tip that adds that little extra cat eye effect. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off the camera really quick. Alright, so finishing up our look, we're gonna go ahead and highlight our nose with this Colourpop loose highlighter. I'm going with a pencil brush, super tiny brush like this, and create an exclamation point on my nose. Gonna tap off the excess like this. Create a line down the middle, a point at the tip. before finishing my lips, I'm going to go ahead with a Q-tip and clean off any foundation or makeup that got on my lip. Make sure we're starting our lips with a clean base. I'm going to go in with my Ride or Die lip liner, the Auto Lip Liner from Amazon. Of course, this is always linked at my Amazon storefront in the bio. And I'm going to line my entire lips, overlining the top lip just a little bit. I swear, once I discovered lip liner, my whole entire life changed. No joke. Because my eyes are already very dramatic, I'm just going to do a nude lip, but I always start off my lips with lining my lip with a brown liner. And from here, I'm going to go in a little bit on the corners and blend that in.
You need to call on me. He ain't doing like you said. Why you spending nights in the bed alone, baby? I'm a lover man. I still fight you when it's about mine. I've raised hellfire. I'm like Kevin Gates. I don't get tired.
Then I'm going to go in with my NYX Butter Gloss into the center of my lip like this.
I done heard that line. Playing games with a nigga fail every time. I was a fool for your love, I ain't gotta lie. Oh my God, laid eyes on you, got stuck. You a bad little vibe in the show. Take my time, nothing like your last few guys.
We're gonna top that off with a lip gloss. I'm gonna use the Max Clear Lip Gloss that I get from my Amazon storefront, just to blend those two colors a little bit more together. That could have been a safety hazard. You're all done. I love a smoky eye. I feel so sexy. It's giving Catwoman. It's giving Night on the Town with the Girls. You don't know what the fuck I'm about to get into. I'm down for it all. I'm a slut. Get me lit, okay? My man watches this. I'm fucking lying. I'm not a slut. Don't get me lit. If you guys liked it, make sure you comment down below and let me know what other makeup tutorials you want from me. I love doing these videos and I'm happy to do more. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. I love you so much, and I will see you in a new video soon. Bye, guys.